Good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna. And this morning, I'm starting out this whole week about storm-proofing your life and your leadership. Storm-proofing your life and your leadership. It's good to be back in the saddle again. As you can see, I'm at my home finally. Oh my God. It's like, wow, everywhere for the past 2 or 3 weeks, if not for the past month and a half, bouncing here, there, and everywhere. But I'm at the crib. I'm at the crib this morning. Glad to be in the crib on this morning. I'm seeing that my signal is a little weak. I hope you are getting me. I hope it's going through, maybe to pick up in a minute. Maybe it's been like, where have you been, Bishop? And my signal isn't that strong for whatever, but it'll pick up. I'm sure it will. But this morning is all about starting this week out. And it really has to do with the fact that this month is Clergy Appreciation Month. This month is Clergy Appreciation Month. And what it is, it has to do with stormproofing. And I've done a workbook. I did a workbook, and here you can see it. I did this workbook as well. I think you can see it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Did this workbook, and I encourage you to get it. And this week I'm going to be using my book, if you will, in terms of stormproofing your life and your leadership. It deals with and leading up to this month of clergy appreciation. And I will tell you that there's so much that we can appreciate our clergy for, pastors and all. And one of the things that I have found out is that you have to stormproof it. You got to stormproof your life in the midst of doing ministry. That's right. So let's greet some people and get into the man on this morning. No, I'm not in Chicago. I'm right here in my crib, right here in my little studio, right here in my crib. You already know. Pick this up in the airport. O'Hare. What a zoo. Oh, my Lord. You already know. So let's greet some people and get into the word on this morning. Stormproofing your life. Here it is, the brick house. Brick house is that's the first thing that we're going to talk about. But we're going to get into it. Good morning, Ramona. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Ella. How are you on this morning? Good morning, JR. How are you on this morning? Elder Jan, how are you? Cynthia, how are you doing on this morning? Vicky, how are you on this morning? Anna, how are you? Brenda, how are you doing on this morning? Excuse me, Laura, how are you on this morning? Tamara, how are you? Samara, how are you? Carolyn, how are you doing on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. Vaughn, how are you? Verena, how are you? LaFawn, how are you? Bernice, how are you doing on this morning? This morning, it's all about me doing this whole week. How about stormproofing your life and your leadership? Stormproofing your life and your leadership. And how do you do that? Today we're just talking about Brickhouse, but we're going to be moving throughout the week. May even have some guests this week dealing with the whole clergy appreciation and how you need to help clergy and your life, your own life, and stormproofing it. How about that? Good morning, Pastor Richard, all the way from Monrovia, New Life Monrovia in the house. All right. Good morning, Dawn. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Deacon Joe. How are you? Real Deacon now. I understand that you have now been dedicated and laid hands, and now you full-fledged deacon. How about that? How about that? Ordained at the Lord's church to be the deacon and serving the bishop. How about that at New Creation in San Antonio, Texas? Good morning, Elder Mobley. How are you? I saw somebody was having birthdays. I don't know whether that was you, that was somebody else. There was parties going on the post. Who was that having a birthday? We want to shout them out. Good morning, Brother Nesbitt. How are you on this morning? Francine, how are you on this morning? Good morning, Liz. How are you doing on this morning? Oh my God, that word yesterday was fire. If Pastor Travis didn't preach that word on yesterday, it was something else. Good morning again, Bernice. How are you? Let me get here. Uh, Roca, you know what? I struggle with it. Now, will you put the alphanumeric of that? I always struggle with that, pronouncing the name Taroka. Did I pronounce it right? Tell me in the chat whether I did or not. Good to see you on this morning, though. Good morning, James. How are you on this morning? Shajuria, how are you? I got you, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got you. Good morning. Good morning. How is from Pakistan, all the way from Pakistan on this morning. That's right. Yep. Good morning, Diane. How are you on this morning? Yep. Good morning, Lena. How are you? This morning, it's all about storm-proofing your life and your leadership. This morning, part one. Brickhouse. You already know Brickhouse, and there's a song that talk about she is, but you better be a Brickhouse on this morning. Before we get into that, let's just start out the morning on the right note.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day.
Storm-proof your life and your leadership. The storms came, the winds blew, but the house remained, as Jesus said, build your house on a rock. Let's spread that and speak to that from Proverbs 10:25. Proverbs 10:25. When the storm has swept by, the wicked are gone, but the righteous stand firm forever. Storms don't make you, they reveal you. Get this. Leading through the storms in my book and the workbook, I encourage you to get it. I taught you that the size of the storm doesn't matter. It's the fact that you survive the storm. They come big and they come small, internal and external. It's the strength of the structure that gets you through it. Can I say that again? It's the strength of the structure that gets you through the storm. Some people build their life and their leadership like a tent, inspiring when the sun is shining, but flimsy when the winds are blowing. Others build like bunkers, rigid, immovable, but unable to flex and adapt and pivot when times require that. But kingdom leaders, you and I, kingdom leaders are called to be a brick house, a lighthouse, rooted, grounded, and directive in bringing people into and out of storms, shining bright, standing tall, even when the waves crash the hardest. Grab this. I want you to get this. So, what does it mean with respect to storm proofing your life? I'm going to give you three things. I want you to grab them. The first thing is this: you got to have spiritual stability. Spiritual stability. Prayer is not your last resort, it's your first line of defense. One. Prayer is not your last resort, it's your first line of defense. That's what brings about the foundation of spiritual stability in the midst of a storm in your life or your leadership. Two, emotional honesty. Put it in the chat. Emotional honesty. Don't fake strength. Process pressure before it breaks you. Don't fake strength. Process the pressure before it breaks you. And it can and will if you let it. If you're not honest, trying to fake the front in front of people. Three, relational covering. Relational covering. Lone wolves don't survive hurricanes. Lone wolves don't survive out there tracking by themselves. Leaders and you need safe harbors. Leaders and you need safe harbor. Who is the safe place for you? Where is the safe space for you? Of course, it's in the house of God, but as well as relationships. Where can you go and be yourself and not be judged by that? That's what's going to help you get through it. Because you can't stop storms from coming, but you can decide you won't collapse when they do. What's your takeaway this morning? Don't just survive storms. Build so strong that storms become your testimony, not your obituary. Can I say that again? Build so that your life and your leadership is so strong that the storm becomes your testimony and not your obituary. You better get that. And that's what we're talking about this whole week. Storm-proof your life and your leadership. It's not when, they are going to come, and you're going to be able to withstand it. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. If this bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the manna. I will see you in the morning with more morning manna. God bless you.